Alright, so in follow up to my Warhammer 40k Saggers video where I was like, that's kind of rude of me that I just was like, yeah, I did it. And I'm just like not even gonna talk about how I did it or why. Like, well, I talked about why, but so basically if you're already familiar with the way psychic powers work from 40k, each of the core 5 disciplines, biomancy, divination, pyromancy, telekinesis, and telepathy, they each have 10 core powers that if you get all 10 of them, you are considered a master. That's basically how it works, at least in the game. So, this particular episode, I'm going to talk about pyromancy. Because I found, like, the coolest way to call that power set ever. Check this out. Alright, gotta make sure I got the right word. Shakti Samvartaka. Psychic world destroying fire. Parentheses, fires of hell. So, the basic way I figured out how this, at least in theory, can work, or at least the way I did it, is it starts out with Samakarati and Babakarati, Pindikaroti, something specific to the discipline. In the case of pyromancy, it's Pindikaroti, Vanisat Karoti, or consume with fire, because that's what world destroying fire does. It consumes the world. Reduced to order, Prasadayati, Sukeyati. Reduced to order, manifest, because if you're familiar with the game, you gotta roll for manifestation. That's just how it works. So in theory, once you do that to start, then you can, in practice at least, maybe, get to having the actual psychic powers that you do use from them. In this case, for Pyromancy. So basically, these all follow a similar pattern. Samakarati Sukiyati. They all start with, associate with, invoke, or manifest. Associate with manifest, because you have to roll to manifest it, basically. It's called, the skill is invocation. I probably should have actually done it as invoke, because invoke's a verb. It is. It just is. But it's also referred to invoking to manifest, so that's why I went with manifest. Meh. Alright, so for Call Flame, Pindikaroti. Closed it up. Did I? No, I didn't. It's here somewhere. Oh yeah, Pindikaroti. Visvaligati. Did I say that correctly? Visvuligati, or Spark of Fire, Prasadayati Gosati, reduced to order, call out. So basically, like, the after you invoke manifest, you identify with starting a fire, Spark of Fire, Gosati, call out, because that's essentially the special effect of how it works, is you're calling out to the flame. That's why it's called Call Flame. What do you want from me? I have to work with what I got. So then there's Blinding Flash, Pindikaroti Babrasti Prasadayati, Sparati. So identify with, dazzle with light, and then reduce to order Flash. Seems pretty simple, honestly. Burning Fist, Pindikaroti, Samprajvalati, Prasadayati Mustikaroti. Identify with Blaze Up and reduce to order Make a Fist. Now, am I expecting to be able to do this? That'd be very inconvenient for people I work with. Anyway, for Douse Flames, what was my reduction for order on that one? Might skip it for now. For Firebolt, it was Pinicorote Abasojati, and then Pratarayadi vis Fulegati, which is basically identify with throw like an arrow or a thunderbolt, and then reduce to order spark of fire because that's what you throw it. So for Douse Flame, I know the Pinicorote is never Payati. Like it just they identify with extinguish. I still can't remember what the reduction to order on that one is. That's so silly. All right, anyway. For Firestorm, Pinicorote Vatayatate, Presidayati. Okay, so it's basically like identify with, resemble a storm, reduce to order, cover with sparks. So it's like the upgraded version of Firebolt. Who would have thought? Then there's Holocaust. That is Pinicorote Vatayatate. But Presidayati Varisat which means identify with resemble a storm, but I reduce the order of consume with fire. Because, well, that's just what the Holocaust power does. It literally just consumes the world with fire. Like, I'm not even joking. That's literally what that deal with that one is. While I still try to remember the reduction to order on Douse Flames. Incinerate. This one, y'all who play the game, who maybe even played Pyromancers, might really enjoy. So it's Pinicorote Spandate, Prasadayati, Obviosiati. And this is because Incinerate's a concentration power. So effectively, what it's identify with is vibrate. Because the way Incinerate works, when I looked it up, is that it actually, you concentrate on literally actually exciting the molecules in someone's body, which basically means you're concentrating on making specific parts of their body vibrate enough to make them catch fire. That's so scary. That's so scary. I'm not even joking. That's so scary. And then there's for Wall of Flame, Pinicorote Pratinudati, Prasadayati Zokayati. That's just identify with ward off and then reduce to order with burn. And then you get to the end of the list, which is Sculpt Flame, which is Prasadayati. I mean Pinicorote Pimskati, Prasadayati Mrazati, which is basically identify with Sculpt and then reduce to order with Touch Mentally. Touch Mentally, by the way, is basically as near as I can tell how telekinesis works. Telekinesis, touch mentally. Telepathy, so Mrazati for telekinesis, Anvava Karate, or insinuate yourself into, for telepathy. Believe it or not, now this is something that, like, I don't know a lot of Warhammer lore. Like, I'm the person in the group who, like, knows literally the least about 40k lore and stuff. I just am. Like, the GM's my brother. So, like, so, like, the rest of them are all hardcore into the lore. My brother, the other 3 players, the other 4 players. The other, we have 4 other players. Like, the other Inquisitor doesn't get to play very often, unfortunately. Which is a real shame because she's so cool. But, yeah, I'm still not remembering that reduction order on Douse Flames. That's terrible. All right, I might just have to leave it at that. But, anyway, I know the least about Warhammer 40k lore. I just do. So, there was a specific direction I was going with this. Oh, no. Thought! Come back, Thought! Come back, Thought! It's gone. Oh, wait a minute. I have it back. All right. So, something that I was, because I've only basically played Dark Heresy, and I've never played 40K. Like I've never played with miniatures. I just haven't. I don't knock it. It's just not something I have done. However, that said, there is something that I was taught by my brother for my first psycho character, who is a pure biomancer, as opposed to my current inquisitor, who's a diviner biomancer, and that's that the soul remembers what the body forgets. So basically, the thing for biomancy is actually remember, which is almost a shame, because the way biomancy works is essentially harnessing your own bioelectricity. But don't worry, I have crackle in there. For like crackling with electricity. I'm not even joking. But that's what the biomancer said. The soul remembers what the body forgets. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe.